The next person we're going to bring up is Bobby Thrasher from Thrasher Landscape. And Bobby's a great guy, young guy, lots of energy. He's always got some funny thing to say that actually is enjoyable. He is a lighthearted guy, and so Bobby Thrasher started his business. He's from Bloomington, Indiana, and Bobby, he started his business when he was a teenager mowing lawns. Um, and from humble beginnings, just one guy, Thrasher Landscape has emerged as being one of the best landscape maintenance companies in Bloomington, Indiana. And he, from that one guy, has now boomed into a well-recognized landscape company. Bobby Thrasher has been offering lawn services since he was 16. I know he looks 18 now, but he's much older than that. And he leads a team of over 15 people. And he's another person that's always encouraging his people to learn and grow and improve. And Bobby, thank you for joining us today.
Oh, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
So, Bobby, you also were kind of like me. You thought, if you had the right equipment, knew the right bobcat to get and mower to get, and you kind of knew your numbers, everything was going to be okay. But it was kind of a point where you said, "Hey, I need something else." Where were you? What was your mindset before you started working with Christine?
Kind of like what you and Don said too, is like, I was like a paver expert. I knew all about pavers and specs and all that stuff. And once I kind of realized I wasn't making no more revenue with that, and my cash wasn't any better, I knew something else was definitely off. Um, and how I got introduced to Christine, it was actually, you talked about it a little bit, and then Don talked a little bit about it. And then I got the number from one of you guys. I can't remember. It's been a handful of years ago. And then I gave Christina a call like on a Friday afternoon, and so forth, and kind of got started that way.
And Christine, do you want to share a little bit about your working with Bobby?
Yeah, so we started, and instantly, right after we started implementing Profit First, his business was impacted by one of the seasonal impacts that can happen in this industry. And the snow that he was looking to fall that year did not fall, and it had a huge impact on his revenue and his business, and it wasn't something he was planning for. So really implementing Profit First at that point in time, it was the right time. And he was very stressed out and worried about what he was going to do, and we made some adjustments and made some pivots there with the Profit First implementation. And I think that's probably where I might have won him over at that point, and right. his stressful time was looking at the system and going, well, what can we do with this, and what changes can we make, and supporting him through that. And the other thing I have to say, which is a perfect example, is Bobby has a really great office manager who helped him implement this system. So, going in it together, and this is something I always encourage, is don't go at it alone. Have an internal support system as well. And he really let go and let her take things over and just trusted her in implementing the system too, which I think is a really important point. And so that was a relief too, to know he had somebody that he could depend on and that he trusted to implement the system in his business just as he was doing.
Yeah, most definitely. The office manager really implemented it and got it going. She's definitely the integrator, I guess you would say, on that. I would, get it going and start and then stop and everything. But, she definitely, and Christine working with her, has kind of stayed back and kind of got caught up more or less. And then Christine definitely was right. The business was growing. That was kind of climbing as well too. But the cash flow through the winter, we need snow for cash flow. We run out of cash. We just run out of jobs, and you're kind of like, and we just needed some cash. It's basically all it boiled down to. We had no cash, and then the stress and the, and everything that comes along with that. And we didn't have any, we get no action plan for like the down season. And now one of our accounts is like a 4-month down season. And so we put, we have allocations with that. At first that bucket is very small, but that bucket got bigger and it's got deeper and deeper and so forth. And it's amazing what that has done for the business and stress and peace of mind. And it's just big game changer.
And Bobby has a wife and two boys, and I'm a dad. I had 2 kids when I was his age, and boy, when you don't have cash, it's running in your head, that goes home with you, and it doesn't really allow you to be the best husband, the best dad you can be. So when you're implementing profit first, you really feel the changes. What's your bank account look like going into this winter, Bobby?
Fat and happy. I mean, we're off, we're 2 years off. So we signed up with Christine for like a 2-year program. And I was really excited about it too, because I got some great advice from my mentors and so forth. And there is a small fee along with it, but you pay once for it. And I was like 34, 35. So I figure I got another 30 years to recover. So I'm good, and so definitely made no money over on that. But we've had great years and our buckets got full. And as the business kind of grew and evolved, we just had good cash flow and the taxes and so forth. But the last few years we've been, I started 4 years ago is what I'm thinking, maybe 2017 with Christine. And here we are now. It takes a few years to kind of get everything kind of going, but we're in great shape. I mean, it's at home it's better, and you're all right. It does carry on in your life, your personal life, the way you behave is a thing. Definitely more of a happier person. Just because you have different accounts, and we made some emotional decisions, and things are just healthier. So
that's awesome.
And one of the things I'd like to acknowledge too, which I loved, whenever we do a quarterly review and we talk about the profit distribution, at one point I asked Bobby, what are you going to do, to celebrate with your profit distribution this quarter? And he said, I'm taking time off and I'm taking my boys on a trip.
Yeah.
And I don't remember if it was hunting or fishing, but you had set up a nice amount of time to take some time away from your business and spend with your kids.
Yes, that was the award. It was more about emotional than it was financial, I guess you would say. Like the financial kind of got covered, and it made it nice.
Yeah, and those moments are priceless, really.
Yeah, can't get them back.
Yeah.
And that's really what we're in business for, right?
It is.
So,
yeah.
Bobby, thank you. Before you go, is there anything you would like to share?
I kind of got in a little bit earlier on, but you kind of hit it as well. I think the guy's name was Ron. Is like, start now. Like, I kind of kicked the can down the road too darn long. I could have been another year ahead. Don't do what I did. Just hop into it now. It's very exciting. It does work. It's a little bit painful at first, but I tell you what, if you do the reps, I mean, the muscle will come, and it's freaking awesome. So, congratulations on both of you guys, and appreciate all your friendship, mentorship, work, and leadership abilities for sure.
Thank you so much for joining us, Bobby. We really appreciate it.
Awesome. Thanks for having me on.
Awesome. Thanks.